1 Kings, chapter 5, verse 1. When Hiram king of Tyre heard that Solomon had been anointed king to succeed his father David, he sent his envoys to Solomon, because he had always been on friendly terms with David. Verse 2. Solomon sent back this message to Hiram. Verse 3. You know that because of the wars waged against my father David from all sides, he could not build a temple for the name of the Lord his God until the Lord put his enemies under his feet. Verse 4. But now the Lord my God has given me rest on every side, and there is no adversary or disaster. Verse 5. I intend, therefore, to build a temple for the name of the Lord my God, as the Lord told my father David, when he said, your son whom I will put on the throne in your place will build the temple for my name. Verse 6. So give orders that cedars of Lebanon be cut for me. My men will work with yours, and I will pay you for your men whatever wages you set. You know that we have no one so skilled in felling timber as the Sidonians. Verse 7. When Hiram heard Solomon's message, he was greatly pleased and said, Praise be to the Lord today, for he has given David a wise son to rule over this great nation. Verse 8. So Hiram sent word to Solomon, I have received the message you sent me and will do all you want in providing the cedar and juniper logs. Verse 9. My men will haul them down from Lebanon to the Mediterranean Sea, and I will float them as rafts by sea to the place you specify. There I will separate them and you can take them away. And you are to grant my wish by providing food for my royal household. Verse 10. In this way Hiram kept Solomon supplied with all the cedar and juniper logs he wanted. Verse 11. And Solomon gave Hiram 20,000 cors of wheat as food for his household, in addition to 20,000 baths of pressed olive oil. Solomon continued to do this for Hiram year after year. And Solomon gave Hiram 20,000 cors of wheat as food for his household, in addition to 20,000 baths of pressed olive oil. Solomon continued to do this for Hiram year after year. And Solomon gave Hiram 20,000 cors of wheat as food for his household, in addition to 20,000 baths of pressed olive oil. Solomon continued to do this for Hiram year after year. Verse 12. The Lord gave Solomon wisdom, just as he had promised him. There were peaceful relations between Hiram and Solomon, and the two of them made a treaty. Verse 13. King Solomon conscripted laborers from all Israel, 30,000 men. Verse 14. He sent him off to Lebanon in shifts of 10,000 a month, so that they spent 1 month in Lebanon and 2 months at home. Adoniram was in charge of the forced labor. Verse 15. Solomon had 70,000 carriers and 80,000 stonecutters in the hills. Verse 16. As well as 3,300 foremen who supervised the project and directed the workers. Verse 17. At the king's command they removed from the quarry large blocks of high-grade stone to provide a foundation of dressed stone for the temple. Verse 18. The craftsmen of Solomon and Hiram and workers from Byblos cut and prepared the timber and stone for the building of the temple.